And for Kyrie Irving, good size at 6'3", obviously a good athlete, versatile player. Greg, why do you think he's struggling defensively?
Kevin, I think it's a matter of intensity. I mean, he's had to carry such a big load on the offensive end. Now with more help, there's no excuse for him not to develop in terms of his impact on the defensive side.
Well, we know that Mozgov started last season with the Nuggets and then was traded to Cleveland midway through the season.
And what an impact he made on the Cleveland Cavaliers, particularly at the defensive end. His size and his activity really helped the Cavs become outstanding at the defensive end.
The Raptors making a switch here. Carroll's checked in. We've got 1:08 left here in the first quarter. Now here's Freak. He's guarded by Williams. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Freak. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
And credit to the Cavs for going out and getting Mozgov. I mean, they paid a hefty price giving up the 2 first-rounders, but thus far he's proved to be worth it.
Here's Dellavedova. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Second shot opportunity. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast. Raptors trail by 7.
And the Mozgov trade, guys, for the Cavs, I think can be viewed as their big turning point in the season. He completely changed the defense of their team. He was that missing piece of the puzzle.
There's 21 seconds left in the first. James up top, Carroll covering. LeBron against Carroll. The drive by James. The kick out to Williams. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. James has got 3 assists in the game. The shot is off. The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. Cavaliers lead by 7. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And DeMar DeRozan, the star for this Toronto Raptors team, he said he wants to bring them back. Let's face it, it's never easy for Toronto to get the attention that Clark, the U.S. teams get. That's just a fact of life that even Vince Carter at his best couldn't change.
And, you know, I don't even know if winning the championship would change that. Quite honestly, even if DeMar won the MVP. Just saying.
Yeah.
Move the ball. Stick it to life.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And from what you guys have seen so far from Cleveland, what's your take?
It's all about the depth, really. The bench has been the difference. The bench play really has separated these two teams.
Yeah, it's been a huge advantage for them. That bench has really made a nice contribution.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. So for Toronto right now, Freak in its small forward. Damari Carroll is out there with Bismack Biyombo. Then it's Corey Joseph. And it's Lowry in at the 1. And it's Smith missing. Raptors trail by 4. And Joseph kicks to Lowry. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Freak dishes to Biyombo. And there's the pass to Freak. 5 to shoot. A step back shot here. No good. And Cleveland the other way now. This, their first look at this year's Toronto squad.
And they really took care of business against this group last year, winning the season series.
Exactly. 2 top teams in the conference. They want to continue that success this season as they look long-term towards playoff seeding.
Well, last year, Toronto won their division and got bounced out in the first round. Same result, Clark, they had back in 2014.
Yeah, but, you know, despite that sameness, they were an improved team last season, Kevin. They did a lot of the small things better in total, and I thought looked better and more cohesive as a group.
Jonas Valanciunas, he's checked in for Toronto. DeRozan comes in for Joseph. Now, here is Smith. An 11-point game for him in the win against Orlando. Now running, there comes Lowry, pushing the ball up. Valanciunas passes to Freak. Thompson with the rebound.
Well defended, though, and he's not someone who handles that kind of pressure very well.
On the wing, Irving. DeRozan defending. DeRozan against Irving. The shot's good from Love.
Defender a little hesitant to offer resistance as he bursts to the hoop.
Raptors trail by 8. Lowry kicks to Freak. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now.
And really nothing like a good old-fashioned throwdown to get a team going.
And Greg, they do need to get going. They wouldn't mind, shaving a couple more points off that lead right away.
Well, if the defense keeps giving up easy baskets like that, it won't be a lead for long.
Irving double team. Here's Dellavedova. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got his 5th assist in this one.
It'll be a Raptors timeout. I want everyone here in the center to give it up and cheer on your dance pad.
And the Raptors with some changes. Scola comes in for DeMarre Carroll, and it's Ross in for Freak. And a switch here also for Cleveland. James checked in for Smith. And for those of you just joining us, we're in the second quarter with about... And so that's the end of the first half. Cavaliers ahead. They're up by 6. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Coach, what are the key aspects of your game plan going into the second half based on how that first half played out?
Well, defensively, we got to get stops. We got to get them out the boards and box out. Again, we got to meet their aggression with our aggression offensively. And offensively, we can't let the ball stick. We got to get the ball moving and hopping around the horn and make them move their feet.
Coach, thank you so much. Back to you guys at the table.
Thank you, Doris, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for the third quarter of basketball.
All right, listen up, everybody. The second half doesn't have to be as close as the first if we pay attention to a couple of things. The score is like it is because of the percentage they shot against us. Let's step up our D, close down their shooters, and get those hands up. And I also like how...
Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half. DeMarre Carroll's checked in for the Raptors. Freak comes in for Ross. So on the floor for Cleveland, Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. And it's Thompson in at the center, filling out the middle. Screen by Smith. Shot clock at 6. Takes a 3. Kicks it out to James. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. And that's 10 points for LeBron.
You know, so many games are decided by which team wins the rebound battle. And that's held true in this one so far.
And Clark, their effort on the glass has given them the advantage, but it's also been the effort in general that's made a difference.
He was the first one to react to that miss. Excellent anticipation on his part. A hustle play on the putback by him.
Irving dishes to Love. Kicks it to Smith. Feeds to James. It's hauled in by the Raptors.
Well, LeBron James long considered the greatest player in the league. He's got some competition now, though. Kevin Durant, Anthony Davis, Steph Curry, James Harden all playing well last year. But for my money, there's no better player in the league than King James. A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Love outside. With the fadeaway. And that one hits back iron. Well, Clark, you look at LeBron's career averages right now around 27, 7 and 7. Hard to argue at this time he's not the best player in the league.
Well, you know, he might not always win the MVP award, Kevin, but that doesn't really matter. I think he's the most feared player in the league, and he proved he can carry a team in last season's NBA Finals. Clearly one of the all-time greats.
Some changes for Toronto. Biyombo is checked in for Jonas Valanciunas.
Substitution on the
Cavaliers leading. The star pair of Lowry and DeRozan are the guards. Jonas Valanciunas is out there with Scola, and it's Freak in at the small forward. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. To the middle, here's Mozgov. It's in!
What a bucket at one of the more crucial moments of the game.
How about the cool, collected way in which he delivered it? Clutch!
Here's Scola. Quick shot there, and it's off target.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
Outside Irving. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Dellavedova. And now a 6-point Cleveland lead.
The D just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part.
The drive by Lowry. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But, boy, that was a nice job.
Looking at who's out there now for the Cavaliers. Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Mozgov. James comes in for Channing Frye. And Smith subbed in for Irving. And so he drops them both. It's a 5-point game.
That was a critical trip to the stripe. They have a 2-possession lead now.
DeRozan against Smith. And a wide-open look for Valanciunas. Buries it. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Just a major size difference between the defender and shooter on that possession.
And, Greg, without a hand in his face, he's simply going to spray whoever's there.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
But there was no time, really, to be selective. Stopping the clock was the priority.
Clutch free throws there. That should ensure they're going home with the W.
12 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's Freak. It's good from beyond the arc. Seven seconds left in the fourth quarter. And here is James. And so it's Cleveland who comes out on top here. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win you have to take a ton of pride in. I mean, they battled with everything they had and came through when the pressure was at its highest.
And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.